Hi everyone, I am the F1 team and this is my review of the 2018 Brazilian Grand Prix. First up, as always, we've got the qualifying report. The first incident, or the first couple of incidents of the day, were involving Lewis Hamilton. He nearly drove into Sergei Sorokin and Kimi Raikkonen. Especially the Sorokin incident, I think that could have caused a serious accident, and Lewis did apologise to Sorokin on social media on Sunday, but I think that he could have been a lot more careful there. And with the Raikkonen incident, it was just impeding him, but Raikkonen just didn't know which way to go around those. So that was quite a difficult situation for the thing. Now the other incident was when Sebastian Vettel managed to destroy the weighbridge, and that earned him a €25,000 fine, which that's not much for him, but I think he's got off lightly there. And that, I imagine, will be used to pay for a new weighbridge. So your qualifying top 5 was Lewis Hamilton on pole, before Sebastian Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, Kimi Raikkonen and Max Verstappen. Daniel Ricciardo did qualify 6th, I believe, but of course he had that 5-place grid penalty. Something went wrong, as always, with that poor guy. Now, at the start of Sunday's race, Lewis Hamilton got a fantastic start, while Sebastian Vettel bogged down. Valtteri Bottas managed to overtake Vettel there, and that was about the only positive action that Valtteri Bottas had in this race. He just faltered away, and as he has done very much this season, it's just been, not particularly good from Bottas. There's been supportive to your world champion teammate, but then there's also been, I don't think, up to the standard of a world championship winning team. And it's not his fault that he didn't win in Russia or in other races because of team orders, but I think that, he could have driven a lot better this year, and then we wouldn't have had to use team orders, would we? And then also behind it was Max Verstappen and Kimi Raikkonen having a very good battle. It was Verstappen that came out on top in the end. He overtook Raikkonen for 4th, before Vettel for 3rd, and then before Bottas for 2nd. Behind the leaders there was some other action at turn 1, and that was where Marcus Ericsson and Romain Grosjean did make contact. Bodywork flew off both cars, and originally it was just Ericsson going slowly. He did come off worse, but in the end he was going into a right-hander, and the car just spun off its own back. He radioed to say that it was completely undrivable, and unfortunately for him, he's been driving really well since it was revealed that he wasn't going to be at Sauber next year, and unfortunately it was a retirement in his penultimate Formula 1 race of this season. I do hope he makes a comeback, because he doesn't deserve to be booted out just for another Ferrari Junior, who in his previous races for Sauber, he hasn't exactly shown that he's the world's greatest driver. So I think that it's unfair that Ericsson's being booted out, and I don't think it's great for him that he's having to retire in his penultimate race, but hey, that's how the sport works. Now, Verstappen had already overtaken Raikkonen, Vettel and Bottas, and he was actually going to overtake Hamilton as well on lap 40. He got such a good exit after making a much later pit stop. Hamilton pitted on lap 20, Verstappen managed to stretch his tyres out, they're still performing well, and then he pitted on lap 36 for softer, faster tyres. He was driving really well in this race, a great strategy from Red Bull, and he overtook Lewis Hamilton for first position on lap 40. Surely nothing could go wrong from here, he would just race away for the win. Now, Verstappen was attempting to lap Esteban-Ocon. He was down in 16th place, and I have an opinion on the ensuing crash that not many other people share, other than Matt of WTF1. He says he's going to get quite a lot of fire in his comment section. I don't actually have much of a comment section at the moment, but it's fine. But this is quite an unpopular opinion, and that is that it was 50-50 Verstappen's fault and Ocon's fault, because yes, Ocon was a bit stupid to try and unlap the leader and still hanging around the outside, especially against a driver like Verstappen. He has been maturing and improving, but you don't really need to be taking those chances. But on the other hand, if you're Max Verstappen, Esteban Ocon is legally allowed to unlap himself. So therefore you have to leave him space. You can't just turn in on him, and I think that it was completely unfair on Ocon that Verstappen then went and shoved him in the waiting room, and Verstappen's following punishment was there. 2 days public service from the FIA, I think. Yeah, I think it was 50-50 both drivers. Verstappen, you have to leave more space, and Ocon, why are you trying to go for a move on the race leader? But yeah, I disagree with Martin Brundle, I disagree with the stewards, and most of you probably disagree with me, but hey, it's fine. So yeah, Verstappen and Ocon crashed. That left Lewis Hamilton in the race lead 5 seconds ahead, with about 27 laps remaining, I think. Could Verstappen push through for the win, or would he not quite be able to get Hamilton? So it was Lewis Hamilton who came through to win the race, just holding off Verstappen. If Verstappen was given 5 more laps, if it was a 76 lap Brazilian Grand Prix instead of a 71 lap, then I think Verstappen would have won the race. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible today. Ricciardo was also very close to getting right, and I think just 1 more lap for him would have been enough. Unfortunately, he couldn't quite make the move though. So the top 5 as it finished, or the top 6, was Lewis Hamilton for Verstappen, Raikkonen and Ricciardo, and then in 5th and 6th, Bottas and Vettel stopped again towards the end of the race. It was just a very, very poor race for both of them. Verstappen and Vettel just didn't seem to have the heart in it anymore. Bottas was, I mean, he drove okay, but if you're driving for a world champion team, as Mercedes became, congratulations to them on their 5th consecutive constructors title. The 5th, I think it's 5th. Yeah, 5th. And I just think that Vettel and Bottas just weren't good enough today. So yeah, they need to be up in their game, especially Bottas, because he isn't guaranteed a seat for 2020, and that could be a certain Mr. Ocon seat who we have already discussed in this video. So next up, it's time for the F1 team's driver of the day. An honourable mention I'm going to give him is Charles Leclerc. He drove really well, not to be too far behind the Class A cars, and he didn't get lapped on one of the shortest circuits on the calendar. I think that was a really good, if lonely, drive from Charles Leclerc. But the driver of the day, despite his error, it is going to be Max Verstappen, showing some absolutely fantastic pace to come through from 5th to what should have been a win. It wasn't, it was 2nd, but even so, I think it was a really good drive from Verstappen, and yeah, he gets the 2nd F1 team driver of the day. So I do apologise for not being able to upload a Mexican Grand Prix or a US Grand Prix. I just don't have the time. I have many other commitments, as some of you will know, and if I can't fit in the time, I don't want to be uploading a video that isn't as good as it can be. So yeah, that's why those weren't uploaded. But I do have some good news, and that is that for the end of the season, we're going to be having a full season review. So that's going to have 5 races or 4 races in each segment. Hoping to have 2 of those parts uploaded by the end of the month, and then the final 2 parts will be uploaded by Christmas. That should be a really fun few videos to make. I'm really looking forward to making them, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching them too. We've also, fingers crossed, got an Abu Dhabi Grand Prix review. I'm really hoping that I can do that one, and if we can get to 20 subscribers, I think we're on 16 right now, if we can get to 20 subscribers by that race, then I will be making that review for sure. Yeah, even if it's 2 weeks late, it will be coming out. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. So if you did enjoy watching this video, then please do like the video, and if you would like us to get to that goal of 20 subscribers by the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, so I can upload that that video, then please do hit the subscribe button. Comment below your opinions on the Verstappen-Ocon incident. That would be really, really interesting to see. And you can also please share the word that this is a brand new Formula 1 channel with a brand new perspective on things. And anyone that you know that enjoys F1 that would like to hear a new young voice on it, then please do tell them about this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at the F1 team, and there you're going to be finding some channel news. I've been quite inactive on there recently. Again, I just haven't found the time to update that page. So if you could drop me a follow on there, or like a couple of posts or anything, that would be absolutely brilliant. Alright, I hope you have a really, really nice rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.